Hey everybody, welcome back to Guitar in the Real World. So today I thought I would come back with a gear review, essentially. I recently bought myself a couple of new basses for the studio setup. I am a bass player as well as a guitarist, although I think a lot of people know this about me anyway. So I purchased a pair of Sire Marcus Millers. I already owned one before, which was great, but I thought I would want to try out the newer version, the version 2 iteration of the 5-string. And I'm really pleased with the results, actually. The old one is being sold because the new one it's another step up, and I'm really amazed at how well it's constructed and how it sounds as well. I also bought myself a V9 fretless, the 4-string version. I didn't have a fretless in my arsenal, but I do now, and again it's a great bass. I was going to learn how to play it in tune now. So there follows a video of me demonstrating the instruments a little bit, just in passing. I don't get too deep into the features because I think you can find most of that stuff online. It's just my take on how they sound to me, and a little chorus or two of me playing the bass part on the 5-string and playing some melodic stuff on the fretless. Okay, hope you enjoy it. Cheers, guys. Okay, so here we have the V9 fretless Marcus Miller from Sire. This is the 4-string version with this very sort of nice flame veneer. I don't think it's a real maple cap or anything. But yeah, you can hear it in the demo that I did, sort of playing high up. But the general sound of it, I mean, it sounds like a typical jazz bass fretless, really. So it came with flat wounds, but I put some round wounds on to give it a bit more growl. So that's with the bridge pickup. Actually, it's not actually sort of, that was sort of in between. Full bridge pickup is there. Sort of thinner, I suppose. Full neck pickup. And you've got the old 3-band EQ down here. So there's your bass control there, which I had boosted a little bit. When it's completely flat with both pickups in the middle here. A bit more bass. And of course you've got your treble there if you actually need any more treble. I find the bass is actually quite a useful control on this, because it doesn't seem, especially when you're playing on the bridge pickup, it doesn't have a huge amount of low end to it. When you're on both pickups, you get sort of scooped quality to it. But if you go fully bridge, it helps to just add a bit more bottom end to it. And I haven't actually bothered doing anything with the mid control on this, because I think it seems to work quite well in the mix. You can cope with my dodgy intonation. The first fretless I've ever owned, so a little bit new to the whole thing. So there you go, the V9 fretless. So here we have the Marcus Miller V7 5-string fretted version. Same preamp and controls as the fretless. Bass, sweepable mid, treble, pan pot for the pickups, and volume and passive tone. I actually have another one of these which I'm selling, but that was a version 1 and it was a decent bass, but this version 2 iteration has gone up quite another level, to be honest with you. I'm really impressed with the way it plays and the way that it sounds. Really even, there doesn't seem to be any dead spots on it. So yeah, just I could play up some from low to high. Yeah, it's really good, really even. And actually, one of the great things about this one compared to my previous one is that really there's not a huge amount of difference in tone between the open E and the E on the B string. There's a different tone, but there's a similar amount of sustain there. It's really quite consistent across the board. I think this bass has a bit more mid-range than the other one that I had before, which was maple neck and 70s spacing on the pickups and the sort of vintage bridge. And this has got the flatter radius as well, which means that it's much more even, I think, volume-wise across the pickups. But it's if you want to take some of the mid-range out, you can dial it in, or dial it out, should I say, with this there. So if you wanted to, because let's say I'm in the middle position, there's kind of a high MIDI thing going on there, which is fine. But if you want to dial it out a bit, let's just take it all out and see what it sounds like. So yeah, really quite impressed with both these basses, and I think they will be staying in my arsenal forevermore now. And they're not very expensive. This one was reduced actually because it's got the holes drilled for the pickup cover, the old Marcus thing. But I probably won't be putting that on anyway. But apart from that, I mean, this bass is pristine. Really sounds amazing. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.